Good morning, Liberty. It is Monday, the 13th of February. We have almost made it halfway through the month. Isn't that exciting? Hey, I've got a few announcements to go through before we get started today. The first announcement is on the 23rd. We have Pizza with the Principal here at Liberty Elementary, and we're going to be talking about our social and emotional learning. So that's the 23rd here at Liberty. That same day over at Totem, if you want to go to it beforehand at 4 o'clock, they're going to have a Black Cultural Night. So if you want to go over there and learn a bit about the Black culture, that's there for you there too. Okay. And then again, this week on the 15th, if you have any brothers or sisters that are in kindergarten, can you remind them that on the 15th, on Wednesday, at Marysville Pilchuck High School, from 5:30 to 7, there'll be a kindergarten readiness night. So an opportunity to learn about kindergarten and what's coming up. So be thinking about that. Um, and other announcements that I wanted to make sure that you were aware of. Hey, food and candy. When it comes to food and candy at school, we don't want it at school. Sharing it with friends, we can have it for celebrations, but that's it. Especially when it's time to ride the buses. We can't be taking the food and candy on the buses because if you're eating that there, it can become a choking hazard or it can be dangerous having something in your mouth like a sucker. And if the bus came to a stop and you had something like that in your mouth. So please, food and candy, not on the buses, okay? We've got to keep that in mind. All right, well, let's get into our things that we get to talk about. The final things that I wanted to share with you is remember our word that we've got. We're celebrating our Marshallese students and their culture, and our word is Yahweh Jene. Yahweh Jene. Try it. Yahweh Jene. Okay, if you say that to me or any of our Marshallese students, they should have some Eagle tickets that they can pass out and share with you. So let's celebrate them. Other things that I wanted to talk about. Remember, we're talking about grit and ganas, the ability or the courage in the face of adversity and things that are hard, trying when we think we can't give up, stretching our brains and having that growth mindset that I can learn and I can grow. Okay. One of the people that I want to talk about, since it's Black History Month also, is George Washington Carver. This is a person that had true grit. He was a man of ganas. When we think about him and what he did, our country at the time was planting a lot of cotton. The cotton was being planted over and over and over again. The dirt would get really, really loose and it wasn't as fertile, meaning that it didn't have the nutrients for the cotton to help it grow. And so he came up with a solution and he introduced rotating crops. And the rotating crop he brought in was one of my favorites, and that's why I chose him first, was peanuts. And the reason I like peanuts is because it's part of peanut butter, my favorite snack. He brought peanuts in, and peanuts were planted in a rotation with cotton. So a farmer would plant cotton, then peanuts, and that would give the soil more nutrients. The other one he brought to us too was sweet potatoes and rotated that in. What a huge help that was, and it helped our country fix the problems that we had with dust storms that were happening. And that was a major, major thing. And George Washington Carver was a part of creating a system to avoid and to get better at that. Okay, so that's George Washington Carver. A final note for you is hey, if you happen to see adults in the hallways that don't have visitor badges or badges, please let us know. We need to make sure they check in at the office so we know everybody's here and that everybody feels safe. Um, Guys, let's continue pushing forward with the idea of grit and ganas. If you're doing something hard today, find something easy. Another thing that's easy, then push into the hard, okay? Remember, we need to grow our brains. We need to make ourselves better people and learn more. I appreciate you. Let's make sure that you stay safe, respectful, and responsible and enjoy your day. Let's go ahead and prepare for the flag salute. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag